We love highlighting people and groups doing amazing things in the area. Today, our Adam Longo introduces us to a woman who's converting abandoned buildings in the DMV into wedding venues.
If you're new here, I found this gorgeous mosaic floor from 1908 hidden under carpet in an abandoned bank that I bought to turn into a wedding venue.
In front of that, like with flowers and all this cool stuff.
Like the relationship is now locked in. That's the kind of metaphor you're going.
Love lockdown. It's a photo backdrop mainly. I guess you could have a bar in here if you wanted to.
Ooh. We're in the heart of downtown Frederick today because I want to talk to you about a historic venue here in the town and one woman's amazing business plan to bring this building back to life. So this building is seeing brand new life. Built in 1908, now it's serving another purpose. We're going to introduce you to Kate Deer, who is the brainchild behind all of this. Kate, you used to be an executive producer in a television newsroom, and now what are you doing?
You know, getting easily distracted by old houses and old buildings is what I'm doing.
The tiles are officially done. They're done. Words can't express my joy.
So you're taking old buildings and venues like this and repurposing them into wedding venues.
Yeah, so it really all started when I came across this really old building and I was like, it's sitting here, it's been sitting here for almost a decade and nothing's happening. It's really sad. It's a really sad building.
So I've officially been on TikTok for 6 months, and in that time, you've watched me work my absolute butt off to get to this moment.
As an executive producer, I was surrounded by sadness, so I want to be surrounded by joy. What's the opposite of the worst day of someone's life? Best day, weddings. So I knew I wanted to be in the wedding industry. I was like, okay, I'm going to restore this, and I'm going to bring this back to life. And it was almost like a renaissance of the building, but also me, you know? Yeah. I got to be in charge of my life again, and it was really, really great.
This is one feature of your beautiful bank that you've purchased.
It came with all these vaults. So many secrets.
Be honest, you went through these one day and you were thinking you might pull out like a bar of gold or something.
Yeah, you know, that crossed my mind. It's really a blank slate for whatever clients want to make it.
I guess whatever you would do when you came in here to take a picture, that photo would definitely be money. You've heard that one before, right? Okay. So this next room is the one that's made you TikTok famous.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what's that?
That's.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes with all kinds of cool little quirky things like that. Yeah. Okay. So these floors were hidden under carpet that was put in maybe 70s, maybe the 90s. Okay. Who's to say? I wasn't there in the 70s. I was there in the 90s. Yeah. But it was covered in this really thick carpet, and we pulled up the carpet, found some sort of pattern that we could barely see through like an inch of carpet glue, scraped the glue off. And apparently people are into that.
I'm here to save historic buildings. See, it fits. Kind of like this puzzle piece tile. Yeah, look what I did.
So I posted about, you know, pricing and policies and contracts and startups and just kind of everything you need to know to start a venue. But then when I started posting about the renovation process, it was like rocket launch.
Wow.
The events industry is having its best year since the 80s because everybody has that sort of like pandemic.
They've been cooped up.
They've been cooped up and they want to party, and they may have been holding off their weddings and, you know. So yeah, now they're celebrating and we're here for it. I love it.
Wow, that is fascinating. So if you told me that she was doing wedding venues and exploded on TikTok, I was like, I can get that.
Yeah.
But the idea of like the renovation process and like getting into the nitty gritty, that's the part that it seemed like really took off for.
For whatever reason, it's just so satisfying to people out there in the social sphere to see some place that's just completely filthy and then it sort of rises like a phoenix from the ashes and all of a sudden it's so beautiful. I mean, she said it took actually 4 months to scrape all the carpet glue that bank had used to put the carpet down on top of that tile to get all of that up. 4 months to do it using all sorts of different tools and steamers. She documented the whole thing on her TikTok page. I mean, her TikTok page is blown up. I mean, she's close to like 1 million viewers now on TikTok. Now, she was able to turn this venue around, this bank. This is actually her third location in Frederick. Turned it around in 9 months. She said it was like, giving birth, basically 9 months that she was able to turn this place around. One thing that we didn't touch on in that that part of the story there that I wanted to mention, though, is when she made the transition from working in a television newsroom to this wedding venue business, she was pregnant and diagnosed with thyroid cancer. That was one of the things that helped just sort of retool and recalibrate her life. And she's like, I'm not going to do TV forever. I want to get into something that's going to make people happy and doing weddings, and that's what she went with. Started out with a very low investment, too. She started out just investing $10,000 of her own money, and now the business is blowing up. She's franchising in Asheville and Savannah. This is a business that is really booming right now.
Awesome. Congratulations to her for making that choice and doing what makes her happy on the inside.
Yeah, all the great things, of course, born in Maryland with Maryland people. A Maryland journalism alum, by the way. She is, Kate. So listen, great people doing great things. We want to hear their stories. We want to tell them right here on television. Reach out to me, alongo, WSA9.com.
There you have it.